Are these triangles congruent? And if so, how do we know? Well, let's start by marking anything that isn't already marked. Like I know this side in the middle is going to be congruent to itself. So in the triangle on the left, I've got an angle, and then a side. Do I have the same thing over here? So the 1 arc angle, then the 2 arc angle, then the side? Yeah, those are congruent. AAS, AAS. So these are congruent by it's AAS. There you have it. Next up, same idea. Let's see what else we know. So this side in the middle, just like on this last one, is going to match up with itself. So over here, I go from the 1 mark angle to the 2 mark angle to the side, 1 to 2 to side. Same deal. These are also congruent by AAS. Next up, I've got angles, angles, angles. Do I have any information about sides? No. You must have information about at least one set of congruent sides, or else these could just be similar. So here, there's just not enough information. You must have information about at least one side, or you cannot determine congruence. Over here, then, let's see what we got. I've got a 1 marked side. Ooh, I'm not sure what happened with that S. 1 marked side, a 2 marked side, and a 3 marked side. Yeah, okay, so these match up by SSS. So congruent by side, side, side. And once they're congruent, we know that also the angles are going to match up even though they're not marked. That's what's so powerful there. Now on these, we're being told which method we're supposed to use, but some information is missing. We're supposed to list what extra information we need. So if I want to use side, 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 I've already got here these match. I've already got here these match. What I don't have is this side matching this side. That's not marked yet. That's what I need to have happen. So tell you what, I'm going to actually put in those marks that I want that I don't yet have. So I want to be able to see that segment AC is congruent to segment FD. That's the bit of information I need that I don't yet have. Let's go again over here. Now, those are already marked. Segment RT is congruent to itself. Any segment is the same as itself. So to use SSS, I just need information about these third sides. So I would need to know that segment ST over here is congruent to segment TM over here. Now, when you're just listing a segment and there's no congruence statement, you can list those ordered pairs in either order. So ST, the segment, is the same thing as TS, the segment. Next up, let's see what we got. So I know that those sides match up because these angles are across from each other at an intersection. Those are vertical angles. Those also match up. Now we're told this time to use SAS. Make sure you're going in the right order. So in the top triangle, I've got to go from side to angle to side. It's got to be segment JI that I'm working with. The angle's got to be between the two sides. Down here, same thing. This angle's got to be between the two sides. So the side that I have to use is IX. There's your SAS setup. SAS, SAS. Over here to this one, we know that this segment in the middle is congruent to itself. I want to use SAS again. All right, so a similar idea to last time. That means I've got to go SAS in the top triangle and SAS in the bottom triangle. So the other information I need is that segment AM, this one, is congruent to segment LM, that one. Keep going. Down here, AAS, all right. I don't have any other information. Here's the thing though, this one actually has two sets of right answers. I would need to show a congruency between one of the other two angles. But I could go AAS, so to the smaller one, AAS. So this is one option. Angle R is congruent to angle F. There's one correct answer. Or I could do this. I could go to the bigger angle. Maybe. Instead, I would know that angle S is congruent to angle G. Because it's AAS in both cases, either one is okay. You don't need to list them both. Down here then, let's see what we got. I know that this middle angle is congruent, this middle side, the shared side is congruent to itself. And I'm again using AAS. Important to know, in AAS, I want to use the angle on the side and another angle that doesn't touch the side. So here you don't have a choice. It's got to be angle Q in the top so that I can go AAS. 2 marks on that. Down here, same idea. I need to be able to go AAS. That has to be angle W. So angle Q is congruent to angle W is what we're after for that one. And then let's see, do we have more? We do have more. Let's keep going. Okay, what do I know that isn't already marked? I know RQ is the same as itself. So for ASA on the top, I've got to have this angle. For ASA on the bottom, I've got to use that angle. Now, it is not appropriate to just say angle Q needs to be congruent to angle Q, because we don't know what angle Q you're talking about. When it's two angles that have the same vertex, you've got to use your 3-letter version. So in the top triangle, it's angle RQS. You just need to make sure that the Q is in the middle. And in the bottom triangle, it's RQL. Angle RQL. Just like that. That's going to give me the ASA that I need. Down here then, what else am I going to make that? Those blue. There we go. In this one, what do we know? Those angles are already marked, angle F and angle T. These two vertical angles are congruent. I want ASA, so the side has to be between the two angles. So it's got to be that side, and it's got to be that side. So I need to know that the segment on the top, segment UF, is congruent to the segment on the bottom, segment UT. If that's true, then I have my ASA on the bottom and my ASA on the top. Okay, we are in the home stretch. Here we go. Those sides are already marked. These angles match up because they're vertical angles. I want SAS. The angle has to be between the two sides. So that means it's got to be this side and this side. Angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle. So segment LK on the bottom has to be congruent to segment TK on the top. One more time. These shapes don't touch, so there's no other information to put in. Let's see what's missing. SAS, I've got the S and the A, the S and the A, so we need the other side. The angle has to be between them, so it's got to be JK on the bottom, and it's got to be, sorry for that mess there, it's got to be DE on the right one. And there you have it. Just keep track of what you have, what you don't, and then mark in what you need to finish up. That's going to let you know what the answers should be each time.